Have you experienced foot pain or numbness while paddleboarding, or even had those dreaded cramps where your feet cramp up into spasms and take forever to release? You're not alone. Many people that have done stand-up paddleboarding at one time or another have had foot pain. Hi, I'm Kristen, a physical therapist and fellow SUP Racer. I wanted to come to you today and share some exercises that can help if you're having foot pain. But first, what's causing the foot pain while you're paddleboarding? There are a number of things that can cause the pain. Normally, the pain and numbness in your feet is due to an overloading of the joints and muscles. But again, what's causing that overload to the foot and the ankle? Often, balance can be an issue. So if you're just starting out with paddleboarding, you may notice that you're really tense when you're on your board. You don't want to move your feet around because you don't have great balance. And so your feet are gripping tight to that board to hold on so that you don't fall off. That can create some of the cramps and the pain that you have in the feet. Another factor with that is the static positioning. With paddleboarding, our feet don't tend to move around very often. We're using our core and our arms more to gain momentum and propel ourselves through the water while our feet stay still. That causes the blood flow to not move as well through the feet and the lower legs, creating some of that pain and numbness that you may be experiencing. And then finally, the biomechanics of your foot can also play a role into foot pain. Some people just don't have great feet that are comfortable being barefoot on a board. So as a physical therapist, I recommend having healthy feet and good balance to get you through paddleboarding so that you don't have pain or numbness or those cramps. So keep watching. I'm demonstrating my healthy feet exercises to keep your feet pain-free while you're paddleboarding.
Good calf flexibility will help to alleviate pain in the foot and ankle while paddleboarding. So you can take a yoga block or stand on the edge of a step or curb. You can bend your knee while stretching to stretch the soleus, another muscle in the calf. Most commonly, you will drop your heel down toward the floor while keeping your knee straight. This will stretch your gastrocnemius. Hold the stretch for 15 to 30 seconds and alternate between the two. Great toe extension is important, and you should have 70 degrees of extension at the great toe. This will help with plantar fascia flexibility. Another way you can work on the toe extension is in standing and pushing weight forward to stretch the toes into extension, moving into strengthening. Calf raises are great for foot, ankle, and lower leg strength. You want to raise straight up, keeping your knees straight, and drive weight through all of your toes. Avoid letting your ankles roll out. You want to keep all toes in contact with the floor. Don't let the toes lift from the floor. Once you've mastered double leg calf raises, move into single leg calf raises. This will challenge your strength and balance. Again, keep your knees straight and drive your weight through all of your toes. You can hold onto a wall if needed to assist your balance. This next exercise is called toe yoga. To make sure you're not cheating, you can use a resistance band looped around a weight. Here, the resistance band is under your small toes. The small toes stay in contact with the band while your big toe lifts up and down from the floor. Here's a look at that exercise from the side. Next, you'll move the weight and band and place the band under your big toe. Now you'll keep your big toe in contact with the band while your small toes lift up and down. Again, from the side it will look like this. Next up is a foot supination dance. This one can be more difficult to master. Think of raising your arch from the floor without letting your big toe curl or lift from the floor. From the front, you should have very little movement from the legs to achieve this motion. You're raising the arches and relaxing them down. Some of those exercises can be performed easier in sitting. So if you're just starting out and finding them difficult, grab a chair and work on them in sitting. Your toe yoga exercise can be done in sitting. These can be difficult, so just take your time learning and mastering them. Your foot supination dance. And your great toe extension stretch are all a little easier when sitting down. Finally, you want to perform foot movements while you are on your paddleboard. While paddleboarding, the legs and feet tend to stay still, so it's good every once in a while to raise the toes and then the heel and wiggling the toes. You can even do some standing toe extension to stretch the toes and arch of the feet while you are on your paddleboard. Even toe yoga can be done if you're coordinated enough. Simply keeping the feet moving will help keep blood moving and your muscles and joints from becoming stiff.
At the end of the video, I talked about just little simple feet movements that you can do that don't actually involve picking up and walking on the board to get blood flowing and your feet moving while you're paddleboarding. But I highly suggest, as you get comfortable on the paddleboard, start to get comfortable taking little steps back and forth on the paddleboard. If you fall off, it's okay. Normally it's at a time that it feels refreshing to cool off and be in the water. We've all fallen, it happens all the time. Get comfortable with it and just enjoy it. Enjoy being on your board, not so tense that you have to grip onto that board, but that you can start to walk and maneuver on the board. That's going to loosen up your feet for less foot pain as well. The exercises, as I mentioned, are one part to help keep your feet healthy and strong and mobile while you're paddleboarding. But another thing that we mentioned is balance. So I have another video that I'll link below and you can check out for some quick and easy balance exercises to work on your balance outside of the water. Give these exercises a try. Get your feet happy and healthy while you're paddleboarding and let me know how it works out for you. If you have any questions, get in touch with me through the comments below and make sure that you subscribe, as I'm going to have more videos coming out in this series of paddleboarding and paddleboard fitness